Hello, I am King Mac, and I'd like to thank you all for watching this feature presentation on YouTube. Be sure to enjoy a hot fresh cheeseburger with some french fries and a nice soft drink. Thank you for watching, and now here is our feature presentation of TTBurger game reviews on YouTube.
Welcome back, everybody. You are watching TTBurger Remastered game reviews here on YouTube as I continue with my SpyHunter Series Remastered review, episode 5 on the final part 3 of 3. And I'm your host, Tony, and I'd like to, before I start here, I'd like to give shout-outs to SubZeroMNX and 3V HD for King Mac and my buddy JJ Jaguar A9. I hope you guys are all doing well, so this is for you. And today we are going to zoom ahead to the year 2006, when we learned about a SpyHunter movie being in the making, starring Dwayne Johnson, aka The Rock, which is what brings us to the final part of this remastered game review. But before we get started here, we gotta get on the TTBurger Grill, hot fresh off the grill, a TTBurger recap to show you what you missed. I took a look at SpyHunter 2 for the PlayStation 2, Xbox, and Nintendo GameCube, and yes, I did mess that up. I forgot to mention over the GameCube version. I was thinking of the wrong game, so I apologize there. I gave it a 4 out of 10 because the game was shallow, not that much fun, lacking a story, lacking a mission variety and everything like that. It was just not that good of a sequel compared to the first game overall. So I'm just saying there, if you want to get it, if you want the rental, but that's pretty much it. But now we're gonna zoom ahead to the year 2006, like I said, where there was some talk of a SpyHunter movie that was supposed to be made that year, starring Dwayne Johnson, aka The Rock, to tie in on the video game franchise SpyHunter. But the movie was never released. So what we're left with is the game, which brings us to part 3. We have the game right here. This is SpyHunter Nowhere to Run, released for the PlayStation 2 and Xbox on September 5th, 2006. Now, you thought SpyHunter 2 was bad for the PlayStation 2 and Xbox and GameCube. You have not seen anything yet. SpyHunter Nowhere to Run is, my god, worse. Way worse. This game killed the SpyHunter franchise and left it for dead, in my opinion. Even the 3DS SpyHunter game could not do anything for the series after this. It's like going to a new restaurant, promising a delicious gourmet cheeseburger. You get something that's so bad you cannot even touch it or even look at it, and you just walk away out of the restaurant in disgust. Like, what happened here? Why does this game suck so much? Well, let me explain. Let's get started here. The story of SpyHunter Nowhere to Run, I believe, was based on the cancelled movie We Will Never Know. Alex Decker, not Alex Sex this time, played by Dwayne Johnson, aka The Rock, is an ex-fighter pilot now part of the IES. Is sent to stop Nostra from taking over the world by, this time, they're stealing the G8155 interceptor with a cargo of latest governmental technology, and yeah, that's it. It's an interesting premise on paper, but the story makes little sense. It jumps all over the place, which will leave you wondering what is going on here. Hell, the story in SpyHunter 2 was better than this, and that says a lot because there was not much story there either, but because of this, it's hard to care about what is going on. And it makes you not care about Alex Decker or any of the characters at all. The presentation of SpyHunter Nowhere to Run is awful looking. Awful like a last-gen PlayStation game. It looks worse than SpyHunter 2. The G8155 interceptor model looks decent at best, along with Dwayne Johnson's character model, but the rest of the game looks bad. The character models aside from Alex Decker look very poor and generic looking, especially the enemy models. The cutscenes also look awful. They look last gen compared to the 2001 SpyHunter game with more care and effort went into it. It's like, this looks like the first game instead of the third game. It's like this game could be the first game instead of the third game and stuff. Hell, more care and effort went into SpyHunter 2 as well with the presentation, and that's saying a lot there. The sound in SpyHunter Nowhere to Run is also a big joke, starting with the awful voice acting. Dwayne Johnson as Alex Stecker does a decent job. I mean, he gets the point across, but the other actors sound like they'd rather be somewhere else rather than recording lines for this game. Probably wish they were eating a gourmet cheeseburger at the moment instead of an awful one that makes them run away in disgust. The music I cannot say much about because it was hard to pay attention to, but other sound effects like the guns and the missiles sound very weak, like toy pop guns. SpyHunter Nowhere to Run's gameplay is a huge dull mess. The first problem is, a lot of the game is spent out of the interceptor, and you're on foot. I mean, certain games can have good on-foot missions, but here they're just plain boring and out of place. You spend a majority of the on-foot missions fighting switches, killing bad guys, finding weapons and items, and doing other type of lame, boring objectives, and that's basically it. The enemy AI in the on-foot missions are so brain-dead and so dumb that it makes trees seem smarter than this. They do not even try to kill you or anything, they just stand there, not doing much, and all before you take them down with your hand-to-hand combat or your weapons, or, my favorite, the overpowered melee attacks or your special moves where you can do these crazy throws and stuff like that, where you won't even be bothering using the weapon along with the melee attacks. Like, these throw moves are like wrestling moves that Dwayne Johnson uses in WWE, which are cool, but this is a SpyHunter game. It's an action game. Why is this needed? Just to like get the wrestling fans of The Rock and to play this game? Well, it doesn't work. It doesn't work at all. The worst part about SpyHunter Nowhere to Run is that I do not feel like I'm playing a SpyHunter game. I feel like I'm playing a generic first-person shooter that does things that have been done to death, have been done better in other games. Perfect example, 007, Everything or Nothing. I feel like this game is trying to copy that game with the on-foot segments and stuff like that. I mean, that's the problem. It's all been done before, and it's been done better in other games, like Everything or Nothing. The on-foot missions totally affect the game. They're unnecessary and add nothing to it at all. It makes you wish you were spending more time driving the interceptor, but the driving missions of the game are a little bit better, but not by much. First problem, you can't use the D-pad to turn. You're only able to use the left analog stick, which does take a lot of time to get used to in a driving game. Turning feels very clunky, you crash into everything because you turn too sharply almost all the time and it can get you killed. What is worse is the interceptor is much weaker this time, taking less hits than before it gets destroyed. This is supposed to be a super powerful vehicle here and it is super weak this time around. Why? I do not know. This is not how you make a challenge factor in a game. I will admit one of the cool features in the driving missions is salvo mode where you can destroy multiple targets at once, which is cool, like I said. But sadly it's not enough to save the game. The whole game was awful, so bad like it could not get worse than this. It literally killed the SpyHunter franchise for me. We have not seen a SpyHunter not count that awful 3DS SpyHunter game since then. Maybe it's a sign that shows that if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And I know this was supposed to be based on a movie and stuff like that, but without the movie, we aren't sure how the movie would have been like or how closely this game follows the movie. It's just up to your imagination there. It's just all the stuff that this game does has been done better in other action games, and it feels like that these on-foot missions were not necessary. I mean, maybe if they had more driving missions, maybe it would have been a passable game, but that's not the case here at all. Just, yeah. Final thoughts here. If you are looking to buy SpyHunter Nowhere to Run, or looking for a game you play as Dwayne Johnson The Rock in, look elsewhere. I mean, just go play any of the WWE games over this stuff. I mean, sure, it's cool to have Rock and to have the Rock in an action game, but that doesn't really make it good at all. It's just really bad, crappy on-foot missions, overpowered melee and throw attacks and everything. Just don't really do the game justice at all. That's what my final thoughts are. I'm taking a lot of points here. I'm not even giving it a super high score or anything like that. I'm giving this a 1 out of 10 because the game was so bad that it pretty much killed the SpyHunter franchise for me. Just look elsewhere if you want SpyHunter. I recommend SpyHunter and even SpyHunter 2 for that matter. Better than this pile of garbage, that's for sure. Much better than this pile of garbage. And that's pretty much all I gotta say there for my SpyHunter Remastered Series review. Hope you all enjoyed. Stay tuned, there'll be more remastered reviews, more podcasts coming, and more game reviews along the way, so be on the lookout for that. And there'll be some more top 10 lists coming as well, so be on the lookout for that as well. Now if you like what you see here, subscribe, like the video, comment down below, join my Discord group, TTBurger Gamers Tonight is also looking for more people to join. Links below, not go away after 24 hours. Also, don't feel free to join my Facebook group, TTBurger Gamers Group, and my Facebook page, TTBurger8, if you want to get more updates on the channel. But all I gotta say is, this is Tony. Peace out, have a good day, and see you all in the next video. What will I cover next? Find out then. But all I gotta say, take care everyone. Peace out.